So the intent of the infield fly rule: protect the offensive team from defensive shenanigans when they're in that vulnerable situation. What situation is that? When multiple force outs are possible. First and second, and third, with less than 2 out. When a batter in that situation hits a high fair fly ball that is easily catchable by an infielder, okay, the infield fly rule is subject to be called. When invoked, the batter is out. This removes the force, so that if the ball is not caught, the runners are not forced to run. Now, in reality, the batter has hit a fly ball that is usually easily caught. The infield fly rule just prevents the defensive team from taking advantage of the situation. Now, I know I hear the managers and parents out there saying they're not so easily caught in our 9-10 league. Well, those were my thoughts too when my children were that age. But 9-10 is an instructional age, okay? Learn the rules. This is part of baseball. Most infielders, even in 9-10 ball, have a pretty good ability at catching an infield fly. So one more time, this time with a few finer points. The possibility of multiple force outs, okay, first, second, and third, less than 2 out. A high, fair fly ball, not a line drive or a bunt, able to be caught by an infielder with ordinary effort. What is ordinary effort? It really can't be defined. Okay, now baseball knew that it needed a rule, knew what to do, but they could not define when to do it. So, what do? They leave it up to the umpires. Okay, the umpire is the one that determines ordinary effort. Okay, and they have to go ahead and judge it when that ball is up in the air, okay, by the time it gets to its apex, okay, the highest point. So it's strictly a judgment call. It's not in effect unless it is called, and it's in no way an appeal play. In other words, a manager can't come out afterwards and say, well, the infield fly rule should have been in effect. Okay, no. It is strictly a judgment call. So if called, the batter is declared out. Runners may advance at their own risk. Now, I've been asked, what do you mean may advance at their own risk? Okay, simply, they're not forced to advance. It's the same as if you had a runner on second base with less than 2 out and a fly ball was hit to the infield. When might that runner on second run? Okay, well, he might run if the ball fell and he thought that he could go ahead and make it to the next base. Okay, that's when he would run. Well, with the infield fly rule invoked, those runners on first, second, and third now have the same option. If they think they can make it to the next base, they now have the ability to go. Now, of course, if the bases are loaded and the guy on first thinks that he can make it to second, he better make sure that everyone else is running in front of him. Okay, but they now are not forced to run. They can run if they think they can make it to the next base. So that's the basics on the infield fly rule. I hope that helps. Do you think that you'll remember tomorrow? Okay, I hope that you will, okay, but that's just one of the topics that we explore in depth in our baseball rules workshop. For more information on baseball rules or information on the umpire survival training for individuals or entire programs, go on out to the website, cmumpires.org, click on training.